from Nepal as a Nepalese journalist, Balram Bania, was found dead under suspicious circumstances. As a result, several journalist unions are now demanding an investigation into what led to his death. Balram Bania was an assistant editor at a Nepal daily. He went missing on August 10th while his body was found on the riverside on August 12th. As per reports, Bania filed a story pertaining to Chinese encroachment in Nepal, which was published on June 24th. However, the Chinese ambassador had objected to this news report. The publication also had to issue an apology. Bania was suspended from office for over a month. It was only a few days ago that he had resumed his work. It is as if speaking truth to power and holding authority to account is bound to prove fatal to citizen journalists who are also being harassed. News sites are being shut down because Nepal is bowing down to Chinese pressure. It is not clear what caused the death of Balram Bania. However, the body has been sent for autopsy and the reports are still awaited. For more details, let's quickly go across to our guest, Arzu Hamal, who's an editor at Dinesh Khabar and is joining us live from Kathmandu this hour. A very warm welcome to you. Arzu, images of Bania's body are worrying, quite contrary to the version that has been shared by the police, which has stated that Bania fell into the Balkhu River. What is your assessment?
There are 2-3 things people are talking about. A lot of journalists initially they issued reports and deleted it regarding it being a suicide, as a lot of people had been really upset about this article. Along with that, he'd written an article almost a year and a half back regarding Kulman Gising, and people were pretty upset about it. So it said that he was somewhere depressed, but so far the journalists still think that maybe there could be something to do with the news article that he published regarding China and Nepal relations. So therefore, they deleted the article and we're still waiting for investigation.
Right. Arzu, why was that news article so controversial?
That news article actually was controversial because the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, along with the Agriculture Ministry, which it says was a survey of Agriculture Ministry of 2017, states that they never published it and that it was fake. And the foreign minister is right now, he actually made an announcement saying that he's looking for the group of people who actually got together to develop that fake survey and circulate it around.
Right. Arzu, the Nepal Press Union has also demanded a probe into Bania's death, even if it's a suicide. Considering he was suspended for a controversial report on Chinese incursion, why has there been no probe so far?
Actually, we won't really call it a suspension. It was just that he was still working for Kantipur, and they didn't really suspend him. And he was still doing articles, but also people have a lot to say about he was working from home, and the editorial powers that he had earlier was actually being watched, to be precise.
Arzu, but why has there been no probe so far?
That was also because at that point in time, a lot of newspapers have been writing about, like Himalayan Times, and a lot of people, along with the Nepali Congress, have been looking for, a further discussion regarding the territory with China. But also the Ministry of Foreign Affairs says that the dispute regarding the land around those areas had already been sorted out. But then there's this village in Gorkha, where people are actually saying that the treaty was signed in 1961, but the people were paying tax to Nepal until 62, and then eventually started paying to China because it became a part of Tibet. So therefore, people are still writing about it. It's not like they're not demanding a probe, and just because he was the person who cracked the news. And a lot of people believe that maybe the source that he got it from was not really a reliable source. And in the past, there has been, the Kulman Gising case. Therefore, people were actually waiting for things to go in a much more systematic manner. And so that's why not an early investigation at that point.
All right, fair enough. Arzu, that Chinese incursion has happened on Nepal soil is an open secret. Why is Nepal's government brushing the matter under the carpet?
Actually, there is encroachment happening from all areas at the moment, I would say. We're in a very sensitive situation at the moment. Like, if you don't only talk about the China border, even if you go towards the borders surrounding Uttarakhand and UP, encroachment on regular basis from both the countries, maybe also because of the India-China tension, we've always had to be in the middle and we somehow get on the receiving end. So we actually don't know how to really balance it at the moment, maybe for in terms of the ministers, because talks of encroachment from China's side, as well as continuous encroachment, maybe be it the Kanchanpur area, from the SSB of India, it's continuing, and news of such things. I won't say that we've been in any manner subverting it, or even if, like, as India labels us to be China pro, we've for like years maintained, 63 years maintained.
Arzu, perhaps now is the time when the Nepal government should be focusing on the status of press freedom and also Chinese incursion on Nepal soil. Thank you so much, Arzu, for bringing us your precious perspective to this broadcast. Now,